What's up everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to another video. Today I was actually having fun playing a lot of video games, making my Diablo 4 video, but I have to make this video a priority over the Diablo 4 videos because there has been a lot of rumor going around and I think Xbox will be making a huge mistake if they decide to do this. So hopefully covering this, we don't know, but maybe if there's a lot of backlash, they will stop this. I highly doubt this because I think this is being pushed, this agenda is being pushed by Microsoft executives at the top. So let's start the video. The news is, and this is a rumor, I have to say it's not completely confirmed, but I think it will be confirmed very soon. So maybe this week. Xbox is looking to go completely third party. Now, obviously, we've been hearing rumors about Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves, which is fine because it's a live service game. And Hi-Fi Rush is a very niche game in appeal, so it would not move a lot of sales for Microsoft on the software side. But I know this because Microsoft, being a software company, would like to put all of their games, and that will hurt their hardware sales, obviously, when they put all of the games to PS5. And Starfield will go to PS5 if this keeps up, and it would be a huge mistake because if Microsoft really wants to make money, they have to go all in. They have to go all in as a complete third-party publisher, which means they'll be making game for every single platform, PS5 included. And then I don't know what becomes of Halo. Is Halo going to be on PS5? So is this really what they should be doing? I don't think so. It should be clear that this will hurt the Xbox sales and Xbox as a brand. Keep in mind that Microsoft is clearly very rich, and it's possible that this move is being pushed by top executives at Microsoft. And I don't know how this will turn out, whether we don't know whether it will even sell well. It's just that they're porting, because Starfield did not have very high ratings with the critics. It wasn't a super hit game, super hit blockbuster game. It was good, it sold well because it's being published by a very strong video game developer, but it wasn't their best game. That it wasn't. And there's an upside to this, however. If you are a console only gamer, you will be able to save more money, because right now if you want to play all of the games, all of the exclusives, right, because there's Xbox games, Nintendo games, and third-party games, which third-party games would be like something like Assassin's Creed, which come out on every single platform including the PC. As I've said previously, that console gaming is way more expensive than PC gaming, and I speak facts, guys. If you want to learn about facts, you come to my channel. If you don't want to learn about facts, you do not come to my channel, because I will speak the truth. Because speaking the truth is the best thing you can do, because a lot of fanboyism is going around and it does nobody good. It does nobody good. Trust me. So I say this with all seriousness, that PC gaming is way cheaper than console gaming. Even with their expensive hardware, you can get a 3070 which outperforms even Xbox Series X, and it obviously with PS5 as well. And the games on Steam are available for dirt cheap prices on CD Keys and eBay, because they're always in competition with the game. You think Steam and GOG are competing? Steam, GOG, and Xbox Store are competing? And Epic Games Store? No. Think again. Their competition is with Aniba, CD Keys, G2A, King Uin, and Green Man Gaming. So those are CD Keys, and all these websites are for buying keys for games. And that is where PC gaming really shines, because you're able to pick up AAA games, add them to your library for $3 to $5. I'm talking about like within a few months. Alan Wake Remastered and Baldur's Gate 3 were selling for $10 right now. So now what will happen? I think if Xbox ports Starfield to PS5, it would be a huge mistake, and they should not do this. And I do have the Xbox Game Pass. I like being able to play the games of Game Pass, but I also buy them. So it's not like, all of the Xbox users are not buying games. That's not true. Because if it goes to PS5, it will obviously increase sales. It would not be to a subscription service like PS Now or PS Plus. It would not be there. It would directly be sold through the PS Store. Now, if you are a console gaming owner, it's a good news for you. You don't have to buy three gay consoles, Nintendo, Xbox, and PS5 to play all of the games, all of the single player games. You can just get a PS5 and a Nintendo Switch. That way you don't even have to get a PC, since you can just wait for the PS5 release of the game. Of course, Nintendo is not going to be putting their games on PC anytime soon, so maybe Sony will still put their games on PC for some time, because as we've learned from the Insomniac leak, Spider-Man is costing more than it's a very, very expensive game to make. So it will obviously come to PC. But if Xbox core fan base jumps to PS5 and PS5 is selling even more because Xbox is not in the hardware business. So if Xbox is not in the hardware business, then only option is PS5, and that way I think the Sony games will not even come to PC. That's just what I think, but obviously I could be wrong. Maybe the sales of these AAA games are going to be even more on PC, so maybe they will be enticed monetarily to put the games on PC still. Now keep in mind, this is just a rumor. I have to cover this because I think if Xbox does this would be the biggest mistake someone has made in entire gaming hardware or gaming hardware sales, let's say that, because the Game Pass is essentially a software that it acts like a hardware. If you have the cloud, if you can play currently Xbox exclusives on your phone through cloud, so even if you do not have a hardware, you have a way to play Xbox games, and that would be fine, since it's like paying Xbox a trickle of money over time through subscription, a small trickle of money, and the games, you don't own them, but you can still play them. That would still be a win for Xbox if they bring it to more platforms. But bringing in Starfield and selling it on PS5 would be, in my opinion, a huge mistake. Now, what has been going on inside the Xbox, I think people in the Xbox community in general, and the people who work at the Xbox team, the gaming journalists too, they are in on this. I think, I don't know what to call them, but we'll call them journalists, even though it's technically not real journalism. But the gaming media is silently pissed off, and they don't want this to happen. So it looks like it will happen, but I don't know. It's still a rumor, and they will probably earn a lot of money by doing this. I think they will lose a lot of goodwill and their core fan base who will abandon the hardware. I don't think this will do anything for the games. I don't think Starfield is going to sell a lot of copies on PS5. It's not a very high critically acclaimed game, and most people already played it on PC. Those who wanted to play it, the core fan base, Bethesda's core fan base, has already bought it through Steam. It had actually a lot of Steam sales for the month. It was the entire month of its release. It also had a lot of pre-orders, but it also sold really well on Steam. So this will destroy the Xbox hardware. Trust me, it sells a little bit, even though it's way behind PS5, but this will destroy it completely and could possibly give Sony a huge monopoly unless Nintendo starts to enter the AAA market again, because Nintendo is not really competing with Sony. They sell most of their consoles, but they sell it for niche, smaller titles that are easy to recover. The cost of recovering a game on Nintendo is actually much easier. It's selling well. Nintendo Switch is selling more than PS5 and Xbox Series X, and trust me, those are nice smaller titles, but they are not AAA high fidelity games. Do not take a lot of money to make. In short, I think this is bad for PC gaming because Sony might, most likely, they will put even less games on PC. They will not port games to PC because they will get a larger install base. When Xbox does not sell hardware, only option for console gamers is to go to PS5. I personally, so for example, for me, I don't like PS5 games. I don't think they have the best exclusives. they have high rated, on an average their quality, if you go by ratings, they might be better. But I personally like the Xbox Game Pass and the Xbox games. But if there is no option, what can you do? Keep in mind, even previously when Spider-Man and God of War were released, they were released very late on the PC. Spider-Man came in early, and God of War, I think, got released in 2022. So it was very delayed. 4 years of delay. 4 years might not be much. I think I personally wouldn't mind waiting that much, since I think the price would also drop. But there is also overcharging and increasing of prices by Sony games on Steam, for example with Horizon Zero Dawn. But anyway, enough about that, since this is video mainly focusing on the big mistake that Xbox could be making. I should also tell you that if more Xbox console users jump to PS5, which is going to be an eventuality if this happens, it's not going to be good for gaming space for even more reasons than this one. That there's going to be possible monopoly by Sony, and the games will not come to PC, which is the second thing. And the third thing is, I think Xbox's future hardware projects, like we have seen, Xbox might be planning to basically make a handheld of their own because of Legion Go and everything, with the Steam Deck and all of the games that are selling, and people are playing PC games that are selling, and people are buying them on handheld. Since the hardware at this time is really powerful enough to actually run games, if not AAA games, at least you can play older games which you own actually on Steam or on Xbox Store or through GOG Galaxy. You can play them on handheld, on the go. On Legion Go, you can play on the go, and I think it is a good thing. I really like my Legion Go. But ladies and gentlemen, this is why I encourage PC gaming, because this is just, if you buy a console, then you have to buy the other console to play the other parties exclusives, or other first parties exclusives. Then you have to buy a Switch to play Switch exclusives, Xbox for Xbox game. Even though they have the console, you can currently play on the cloud. But still, if that's not moving the needle for them, obviously they will probably start selling their games on PlayStation. This is what will happen. I think most likely it will happen, because there's a lot of smoke, and wherever there is smoke, there is fire. That's what they say, right? But at least on PC, the games are preserved. You get total control over your frame rates and resolution. You do not really have to buy all of the first party accessories, since you can use any headset, any accessory, any keyboard, any mouse. It's a very open platform, and I really like this, because the competition between AMD and Intel, competition between Asus, which is making right now I have a Logitech mouse, but if Asus makes the better mouse, I will buy an Asus mouse in a heartbeat. If Asus makes the better keyboard, right now I have the Corsair keyboard, I will buy the Asus keyboard, right? So you have to understand, I'm using Sony's headphones right now. Whenever I'm playing a game or recording a video, I use Sony's headphones. But if Logitech makes a better headphone, I will buy that. So I buy whatever I want, because there's this thriving competition between these brands, and that's what is creating better products for us. Xbox should not do this. If Xbox does this, there will be a soft monopoly, at the very least a soft monopoly, which PS5 will see as a huge advantage. And that's where we end the video, because I don't want to speak a lot more on this topic. I prepared this video and I thought I should speak up, because if Xbox does this, it will be a huge mistake.